Moment of silence for the champions, for those who make going hard a lifestyle. Never wait for nothing, gotta get it right now. I'm in the spotlight when they turn the lights down. Only a champ swing the hardest in the 12th round. I love the fourth quarter, I love the ninth inning, I love game 7. Bring on the competition, cause in my heart can't nobody do it better. Can't slow me down, won't stop me never. I'm so Cassius Clay, I'm Tyson in his prime.
You know me, man.
I'm Barry Bonds with Mines. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Pressure Podcast. Happy Halloween, motherfucker.
Give me that hell yeah. There. If you want to dress up, however you feel like dressing up, go on ahead.
That's the fuck, sir. Ain't no shame in that.
And be creative as well.
I just wish we had a costume. We
Yeah,
coming
I
to you
just
live
like
on
this every
today. A day where the Blue Jays are up on the Dodgers 3-2. Let's fucking go.
Give me that hell yeah.
Now, as a proud and self-respecting Yankee fan, I'm not gonna root too much for the fucking Blue Jays. Fuck them. But fuck the Dodgers. Beat LA. That's the main goal. As long as LA loses, we don't give a fuck. But we ain't gonna pop champagne with you, Toronto. Fuck you. Fuck you. But just get the job done. Tomorrow, Ohtani, or tonight, Ohtani pitches. Ohtani pitches tonight, but the game's in Toronto. Game 6 and Game 7 is back in Toronto.
Don't matter. The person who hit the home run off of his punk ass was
Vladi, who might as well be.
Yeah, it's just looking like, bitch.
Shit, he just like his daddy.
Mm-hmm.
That's for damn sure.
Except his dad don't got a ring. Let's see if he gets it. Another one for a championship, Dominican Republic. Let's go. I think they're gonna get it done.
I think that's what he said. If he wins the ring, he says he's gonna give it to his dad.
Of course. But I just want to see the Dodgers lose, obviously. But kind of selfish because I work tonight and I want to watch the game. And it's either they push it to Game 7 and I get to watch it, or they just close it out tomorrow. And if I were them, I'd just close it out tonight. I mean, close it out tonight. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
If you could close it out tonight,
don't
fuck
play.
that. Do not let the Los Angeles Dodgers push you to Game 7 if they don't have to. Fuck that shit. All right.
Come on out.
But without further ado, we are coming to you live from our studio in Orlando, Florida. It's your boy King Cole.
What's up, guys?
We are rated M for millennials. It is Top 10 Thursday, motherfucker, and it is also Halloween night. We are live Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at midnight only at Pressure Podcast Live on YouTube. We are the podcast reviewer has say. We want you to fucking argue with us. We want to hear your takes. If you got a hot take, hit in the comments, hit the chat line, and if you have a webcam, we'll send you a web link so we can put you on a little screen and you can talk your shit. But we have a format here. Mondays, we recap and learn what we saw in the weekend. Thursday, using what we learned, we established, which is what we're going to do. Today, we will have the power rankings. We will have the NBA and NFL power rankings. We will also have the QB tiers and the superstars of the NBA's tiers. And we have the Thursday night football recap as well, which just finished with my Baltimore Ravens. So let's get to that one as we speak. No team called the Ravens will ever dare lose on a primetime game in a place called America on a day called Halloween. Fuck that shit. They got the job done.
Fatality.
Lamar Jackson's returns in all his glory, like I predicted he was on Sunday, but it was a late scratch. They said, no, since he plays Thursday, let's not wear and tear his hamstring. Let's just get this over with, and then we'll hit him with them on Thursday, and that's exactly what happened. 143.2 passer rating, 18 to 23 for 204 yards and 4 fucking touchdowns.
Yeah, it's just looking like, bitch.
If he wasn't rusty, he would have had 6. Baltimore sits 1 game away from the 8th seed. They were favored by 7.5 points, which covered 28-6. This was a beatdown. Tua, look at him, pathetic 70.9 passer rating, 25 of 40 for 261 yards and a flat-out interception. He threw to double coverage. Malachi Starks got his first interception. The rest is history.
Mike Green got another sack as well.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He's starting to heat up.
Now, we meant to make a video. I completely forgot to make a video to predict because we were lagging at the end of Monday night segment. and we never got to predict the Thursday night football game.
You think
so,
I was gonna take another team anyway? Like you really think I'm taking?
Yes, but
No way.
I actually have the receipt. I have the Ravens covered. I won $200 on the spread. I bet the exact spread that you see there is 7.5. It was at 110, so I bet 220 to win 200, and that's exactly what happened. What did you learn from this game?
I learned that the Ravens are gonna win their division. That's what I learned. I looked at their schedule, and the toughest opponents that you guys have don't come till like week 14, 15. It's I believe New England.
Yeah.
The other one's Pittsburgh, but I don't think Pittsburgh's gonna be able to hold on to this lead. I think Pittsburgh's gonna be one of those teams that's gonna stay running, but always look back. And when you look back, it fucks up your form. So that's literally what they're gonna be doing. They're gonna keep looking back, and then eventually the Ravens just gonna pass their ass. That's what I think we're gonna happen. I don't think Pittsburgh has the team to fuck with you guys. As far as offense, I think your defense is gonna start gelling a little bit more. I think they have in the last 2 weeks that I've seen. But Miami, what I learned from Miami is that it's Miami. I don't trust them. And even though they won that game last week, I don't trust that either. I don't think they faced anybody good last week. That's probably why they won the game. We did say that if they do run the ball well, that they'd be able to win that game. So, you know, Tua got it going after a while. So, of course, he's going to win that game. But this game, I didn't see him winning because this is like you say, this goes to the quarterback-coach combo, and that's where they win. And on top of that, Derrick Henry is formidable with Devin A. Chain anyway. So it's really a wash there. I'm taking a quarterback from the Ravens. It's as simple as that.
Well, what he was referring to is that I call this the QFL because I don't believe this is football anymore. This is the quarterback's fucking league, and you have to have the elite quarterback and head coach combo to ever have a chance to win a Super Bowl. Okay, the days of Trent Dilfer having a game manager with a good, strong run game and a good defense, it's over. That you can't win that way anymore. And the rules have changed that too. So the fact of the matter is, he's right. There's no way you could trust Tua and McDaniels over Lamar, assuming he's healthy, and he was. And John Harbaugh, they got way too much. They have way too much groundwork. They have way too much experience. They have way too much stripes earned for you to just even think that anything else would happen in this game. What have you seen from the Dolphins to indicate that they could do that against the Ravens? What I learned is that the Ravens' defense is seemingly back still. They're still back there. It looked like they're starting to look like themselves again. They're starting to force turnovers. They're not letting people run the ball. Even without Madubuike, we're still holding it down at the strong point, at the trenches. I also learned that Kyle Hamilton might just be the new leader of the Baltimore Ravens defense, and that's just okay to say that.
He might.
I think Roquan Smith is a great leader. He's not no Roy Lewis, but he is good. I think he's still a top 5 linebacker. The thing is, I think it's time for everyone to realize Kyle Hamilton is now the leader of the Baltimore Ravens defense. He's the guy that has to lead the charge come playoff time now, and not Roquan Smith. Roquan Smith's just there because he's still the quarterback of the defense, obviously. So that's what I learned. I learned that Kyle Hamilton is the new leader of the defense here. And as far as team and QB grade for the Ravens offense, I'll give him a B. For the defense, I'll give him an A+. For the Dolphins offense, I'll give him an F. And for their defense, I'll give them a...
That's kind of rough. The Ravens B?
Yes.
Why are you grading them so tough there?
Because we were very, very shaky in the first half. We just were rusty. You can tell Lamar wasn't himself just yet. It took him a half to get back to normal. And then all of a sudden, boom, we became us again. So it just took a little while. So, yeah, a B. Because we could easily score 40 points on the Dolphins.
Well, yeah, I know. But like you said, him coming back after a month, I wasn't expecting him to, just get back in the saddle and...
Yeah, but I expected still for us to run better than we did, and we didn't.
Run the ball?
Yeah.
I don't think they wanted to run the ball, though. I think there was more like just trying to get, Lamar reps again.
I get it.
That's what I think they were doing.
But that's why I give them because I expected way more than that. And then for the Dolphins, I give the defense a B. I'll say a B. They did pretty solid in the first half. Obviously, the Ravens were rusty and Lamar was rusty, but they did what they could. They did not let us run the ball, so that you got to give kudos to that because we could have easily still ran the ball whether Lamar was a little rusty or not. And but the offense is an F. They just couldn't get anything going. They barely had any first downs. They had no rushing yards, no passing yards. This was pathetic. Just pathetic.
They really didn't have that many.
Pathetic. And then as far as QB grade, Lamar gets an A. I'll give an A minus just because of the slow start, but he got the win. And then Tua, brain dead. I'll give him an A/A, non-applicable, because he wasn't. He was like a no call, no show. Tua was absolutely brain dead to me, and I'm sorry. That's just the way I see it. I think Miami Dolphins' time to look for a new quarterback is now. And obviously it's the writing's on the wall. They're starting to boo the coach out of there. The coach is going to be fired by the end of the year, and so they'll be looking for a new coach and a new quarterback. And usually when you hire a new coach, the first thing they do is get their own quarterback. So expect that. Who do you see from college that's worth tanking for or anything? I don't know, but I think the writing's on the wall in Miami. This shit's over.
Maybe that quarterback from Texas A&M.
Maybe. We'll see. But good thing for my Baltimore Ravens, we only set a game away from the 8th seed, and the funny thing is, we're the first ones to play. It's very, very, very possible that we're sitting the 8th or even 7th seed, depending on who loses this weekend.
I think you guys are going to win the division.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just saying that we're sitting in 8th seed now because we're the first team to play. Depending on who loses this weekend, we might end up sitting 7th or 8th or 7th seed even.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Just depending on who loses this weekend. So that's not our fault. Y'all had your chances to make space and you didn't. On to the next one. Here we go to the main slate for today. It's NFL Week 9 and NBA Week 2. We just did the Thursday Night Football recap. Now we're going to do the NFL QB tiers. Then we're going to do the NFL Power Rankings and NFL tiers. And then we'll switch to the NBA after that. So we're going to go with the QB tiers first. I got them lined up in different categories. Number one is, you know what I'm saying, the gold standard. Those are the franchise quarterbacks. And you got the backups in silver. And then in bronze, you got the Kirk Cousins, the Jacoby Brissetts, the Andy Daltons, the guys who are not going to be around for much longer. In here, you have guys playing like that. Cam Ward. Cam Ward is a rookie. He has his ups and downs, so I'm going to leave him there because he's only had one good game this whole season, and we're expecting more. But obviously, he was the number one overall pick for a reason because he went to the worst team that you could ask for. It's going to be it's going to take a few years for him to develop into what we see. Hopefully, he doesn't end up being the black Trevor Lawrence, but that's neither here nor there. Then we're talking about Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence didn't play last week, but at the end of the day, last time he played like a Jacoby Brissett, so that's why he's there. You got the Rattler just had 4 turnovers in the last 2 games. He got benched for that. He just can't keep turning the ball over. He's very, very careless with it. So put him there. Then we have Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams was non-existent against the Ravens. He's non-existent against a lot of teams. The last time he won, it was because of DeAndre Swift. He was nothing to do with it. He actually had the worst passer rating the entire weekend. So that's where Caleb Williams is.
A no good loser like you bum.
Not to mention he's the reigning Bum of the Week award winner. After that, you have Carson Wentz. Then you have Dylan Gabriel, who, as we see, he has no NFL arm. He has a nice, accurate arm, but it ain't NFL pro ready. This shit's not that easy. We're way faster here, and he just doesn't have NFL arm. It's just he has the weakest arm in all of football as a quarterback. Then you have Mac Jones, who's just worse than a backup quarterback. I thought he could be better, but we see what he is, and he's just a Mac Jones dude. He's just a just another guy. And then Geno Smith, who throws way too much picks, so that's why he stays here. And then we have the actual backups, the ones that are actually playing like backups, maybe even better. You have Bryce and Kyler Murray there because they're injured, so I'm gonna just leave them there for now. Justin Fields actually did his thing this weekend against the Steelers, so I can't blame him too much, and I left him there. Tua, I had him there before the game started. Now I'm gonna have to put him at you know what I'm saying, the Cousins label.
Make his own category on the side, brain dead.
Then you have Michael Penix, who had a bye week, so I left him there. Jackson Dart is a gamer. He makes a lot of plays. He gets a lot of touchdowns, but he's not winning football yet. And Joe Flacco, as you see, he's a capable backup quarterback. And then after that, you have the franchise quarterback. And there you're going to have Aaron Rodgers, who actually played pretty good, but you could tell his age is showing. Daniel Jones is playing like a top 10 quarterback, but he's not a top 10 quarterback. We all know that. And then you have Bo Nix, who is rising. C.J. Stroud looks like he's finally found his grooves. That's 2 games in a row. Hopefully that continues for the rest of the season because we want to see C.J. Stroud in the playoffs. Am I right or wrong?
Finish him.
Then you got Jared Goff in there. You have Jordan Love and then Justin Herbert.
I want to see him get back to that.
If you disagree with the QB tiers, let me know before we hit the top 10 QBs. So let's get to yours here, okay? Here are your top 10 quarterbacks. Let's play some Donkey Kong here.
Yes, sir. Okay, so at 10, I got Dak. I think he took a step backwards. What I wanted to see from Dak in this game was just more game managing. I feel like they would have had more of a chance had they just ran the ball a little bit more instead of throwing so much. Dak had a terrible game. It was just I just can't fathom how bad it was. It was really bad to watch. So I had to put him at 10 though, because I think he'll bounce back from that. It's just that he had to face one of the best defenses, and I mentioned that he would understand what a real defense is in this game, and that's exactly what happened. He got humbled in that part. So then at 9, I have Jared Goff. Like you said, Jared Goff has like reached the peak of what he's gonna be. The only thing that's gonna help him is the team around him. And if he just manages the game, they should be fine. But I just don't see him any more than 9. At 8, the biggest riser actually.
Denali, happy Halloween, motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Drake May.
The Lakers, I know, bro. Fuck Austin Reeves. Who the fuck does Austin Reeves think he is? Trying to take the last shot like he's somebody and then swishing it. Who the fuck does he think he is, man? Fuck Austin Reeves. I'm not showing respect to your Lakers. All right, continue, bro.
Drake May, because I think he's playing at an MVP level. Continues to play like that. He's taking care of the ball for the most part. He makes mistakes, but he's in his second year, and most quarterbacks are gonna make mistakes. It's not like there's a perfect guy up there, but he's playing damn near perfect, and he has 2,000 yards passing, which is insane for somebody who, to me, only has really one number 1 wide receiver, and Stephon Diggs. Then I have Jaden Daniels at 7 because he's injured, so I can't put him up or down. He's just gonna stay there for now. Then I have I got Sam Darnold, Sammy D. I think he's a riser. I think he's legitimate. I think he can give somebody a run for their money in the playoffs. Maybe not win it, but definitely play to a high ability. Then at 5, I have Baker. He's gonna stay right there because I still think he's better than all these other quarterbacks that I have below him. He's just a more experienced, I would say. With Jaden Daniels, I want to put him up there, but he just needs to gain more experience for me to put him up there. But he has all the goods. But Baker's just consistent, in my opinion. Yeah, he didn't have the best game, but he managed the game. It wasn't like he was just sitting there trying to throw picks to the other team. He took care of the ball, and on top of that, he would have had a touchdown had Booker caught the ball. So then at 4, I got Jalen Hurts, of course. Jalen Hurts is on fuego, and my dark horse for MVP. If he continues to play like to this level. He did that last week. I know it was against the Giants, but the Giants crushed us a couple weeks ago, so I don't understand why people will pick and choose which game to be like, oh, he played against the Giants good, but he played against the Giants bad. It's like, okay, so what is it? If he plays good against a bad team, it's nothing? and win vice versa? I don't get that. Anyways, at 3, I have Lamar Jackson, of course. Sorry, my bad. At 3, I have Josh Allen. My bad. At Josh Allen. And honestly, I want to drop him. I want to put.
We shall see this weekend.
I want to put Jalen Hurts up there because I think Jalen Hurts is playing this year better than Josh Allen is. And I'm sorry to tell you guys, the stats do not lie in this.
That's
situation.
a hot take, but it's absolutely accurate. You ain't wrong.
Listen,
You're just not wrong.
the guy that I have number 2 missed a month of football, and he has more passing touchdowns than Josh Allen does this year. Josh Allen was incredible last year, so he has the same team. It's not like it. You know what I'm saying? Basically, he has the same team with more experience. So I don't know what the hell's going on, and I think it's a Josh Allen thing that's going on right now. I don't know exactly why he taking a step back, but he has. But I have him at 3 because he's incredible when he is on fire, and he's incredible with his legs and his strength. So I keep him there for now. At 2, I have Lamar Jackson. As you can see, as soon as he came back, just a little small 4 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Just nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's light work. So then at 2, I got Mahomes. Mahomes didn't play that great the first half, but
At 2?
he did.
At 2?
No, at
Said-
1.
Oh, I thought you
One.
said
He's
2.
all the way up here on the top right here. See. No, I have him at 1 because I think he could do it all. But not only that, he has the hardware. Not only that, he has the coach, and he has the team that is probably going to keep him up there for a very long time.
All right. Good shit. My top 10 actually looks the exact same, so I didn't even change it. JD5 is injured, so I'm going to just leave him there. Drake May is inexperienced, so I'm going to leave him there. Dak Prescott, I'm going to give him one more week because I know how good he is. And Sam Darnold, Stafford, and Baker right there before the same 4 that he has, except I got Lamar number 3 because he's lost to Josh Allen 2 times in a row. And because Josh Allen has a better playoff record, that's what everybody keeps telling me. So I'm just going to put him there for the people to worry about that. And then obviously number 1 is Pat Mahomes. It's the guy that you can trust at all times. But
I'm not sober right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
yes, so let's get to the
I'm having a ball right here.
to the team tiers of the NFL. It's supposed to be week 9. I don't know why there's always typos in my shit, but it's supposed to say week 9. And Simps, haters, and wild cards are back. At the Simps Club, these are the guys who are friend zone. These are the guys who are virgins. These are the guys who are always left on red and stood up in dates. These are those guys. That's the Cleveland Browns. Until they got a quarterback, they're not going anywhere. Then you got the Miami Dolphins till they get a new quarterback, which is not till this offseason, and a new coach, which is this offseason. They're not going anywhere. The Saints are what they are, the worst team in the NFC. They're not going anywhere. The Raiders, you wish they could do better, but like I said, they're only going to compete against bad teams. They'll never compete against good teams. Then you got the New York Trash, who are the worst organization in all of organizations in any sport, anywhere, in any universe. And then you got the Arizona Cardinals until Call of Duty Kyler comes back. They're relegated to Simps. The New York Giants don't win a lot. They have promising prospects, but they're not winning, so they're Simps. And the Tennessee Titans are the worst team in probably all the football, if not just the AFC. They're Simps. Hold on, it's pressure. Thank you, sir. Then you got the Haters Club. The haters are there because of 2 reasons. Number 1, because they wish they were in the playoffs. And number 2, because these teams are strong enough to knock out some of the playoff teams out of the wild card. And here you will find the Minnesota Vikings, a very, very talented team, well coached, just without their quarterback. Then you have the Dallas Cowboys. A new coach, work in progress, a great offensive system, no defense was to speak of, the worst defense in all of football. Then you have the Texans, probably the most head-scratching team in all of football right now. This team is an elite defense, the number 2 defense in the league, to me. But their offense is hit or miss. They've seemed to hit their stride the last 2 weeks. Let's see against tougher competition. The Chicago Bears are what they are, haters. They're going to have good offenses against bad teams and bad offenses against good teams because that's what Caleb Williams is. Sorry to say it.
Fatality.
And you got the Cincinnati Bengals who are going to flirt around 500 with Joe Flacco. You got the Carolina Panthers till they get Bryce Young back. This is all they can do. Then you got the Falcons who are on a bye week. They stay there. And then my Baltimore Ravens who just proved today that they are a force to be reckoned with if allowed in the playoffs. And then you have the wild card round. You have the teams that are probably going to make the playoffs and maybe even some of them win the division. And here you'll have the San Francisco 49ers till they get Brock Purdy back. This is their cap limit right here for me. And then the San Diego Superchargers. Justin Herbert's not better than his counterpart, so he's stuck there. Then you got the Jacksonville Jaguars, an elite run game, an elite defense. And I think it's an elite offense, except without their quarterback, it's not elite. So they stay there. Bo Nix and the Broncos have seemed to hit their stride. Whatever whatever Gatorade the Texans have been drinking, the Broncos have been doing that with steroids. And then you got the Washington Redskins. They stay there. They don't have their quarterback. It's a lot of injuries at quarterback. So we're waiting for that to come back. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are they're there, but they're never. I don't think they're going to be a top 10 team material for the rest of the season. I think it's clear. We know what the Steelers are.
I think they'll make the wild card. Yeah,
they're a wild card team.
I believe you said that earlier during the season.
Yeah.
Before when we had our predictions.
So you're
Give me a hell yeah.
So I had San Francisco at 10. I think San Francisco, once they get Purdy back, they'll get it rolling. I got Green Bay at 9. Don't kill me for this, but I just want to see a little bit more from Green Bay's defense. The offense, I think, will be coming along. I think adding Christian Watson, if he stays healthy, would be a great addition to his offense as well.
What the fuck?
I have the Rams. What, you don't like that one?
Hell no.
Okay, the Rams. You'll make yours in a minute. Relax, I got you. I got the Rams at 8. The reason why I got the Rams at 8 is because I like the potential of the team, but I need to see. I feel like you need to see more from the secondary. I still think that secondary is gettable. I watched them slow us down completely for one half, and then we went off on their ass in the second half. I think they're gettable.
I know they are. I saw Tyler Huntley just come out of the bench out of nowhere, light up the stadium for like 7 minutes before the game was over. Well, we just wish we had him in the beginning of the game is all.
I have the Colts at 7. Don't kill me for this, but I want to, again, defense. Defense to me is important, and I feel like these other teams that I got in front of them, they have they give you both. They give you both. So then I have Detroit at 6. The reason why I have Detroit at 6, again, defense. When it comes down to their secondary, to me they're easy pickings. At 5, I have the Patriots. The reason why I have the Patriots, I think this is the most dangerous team actually right now. Defensively, offensively, they got it going. They got a quarterback, man. They got a freaking stud. He's a star. Drake May, he's coming, guys. He's coming. At 4, I got the Bills. The Buffalo Bills are 4 because of Josh Allen. If Josh Allen goes, the Bills go. And I think this week we'll see the best of Josh Allen that we haven't seen in quite a while. At 3, I have the Seahawks. I like everything about the Seahawks when it comes to their defense, and I like what I see from the coach. And on top of that, I think Sammy D's, he's one of them. At 2, I have Kansas City Chiefs. The reason why I have the Kansas City Chiefs is because I think the Kansas City Chiefs are probably playing the best football and out of every team in the last 3 weeks, I'll say. At 1, I have the Eagles, of course, because I think the Eagles is probably the best offensive performance that I've seen from them. And I was impressed that they were able to run damn near 300 yards. I don't care who you do that to. That's impressive. The defense is coming along.
Not bad. Not bad at all. When I do my rankings, we do this millennial style. These are my Mortal Kombat inspired power rankings, everybody. So let's get it.
Finish him.
Starting at number 10,
I did have Tampa in my top 10.
I'll have the Indiana Colts. The Indiana Colts are not a good defense, but they are a very, very, very good offense. However, it's a very unproven system. It's a very unproven coach, and it's a very unproven quarterback. My rankings are based upon if the tournament were to start today. His power rankings are based on what he sees now moving forward. So it's why I have the Colts down here, and then I have the Patriots way lower than he does. I can't go with just recent success. I can't trust Drake May over the other quarterbacks above him come playoff time. Not just yet. I have no body of work to have confidence from or to bet on.
How Jordan Love doing in the playoffs?
That's why he's right next to him.
And Sam Darnold.
Exactly. Correct.
Gotcha.
Correct. Now you get the picture. The QFL, baby. After that, you would go into Green Bay and take on Jordan Love. He's not the most elite quarterback, but he is scratching the top 10 surface, and he just had his best game of the season. Not to mention a hellacious defense with Michael Parsons sometimes, not to mention a few other pieces there. Then you have Seattle, the 12th man in probably the craziest stadium in the league. You have Sam VP and a well-coached defense to work with. You will go into Tampa to face the 6th-ranked team. I still got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers there. To me, they're the 3rd best team in the the 4th best team in the NFC. My friend here, Denali, says that the Green Bay Packers are the second best team in the NFC right now. No, negative, hell.
Cool, nigga.
They have yet to prove that. Okay, they have a lot more work to do. They've got to work. They've got to show me that they can beat teams like the Seattle Seahawks, like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Rams. When we see them beating some of these teams and their divisional counterparts, then we'll talk. All right.
The only team they beat, I think it was Detroit, right?
Mm-hmm. So then Seattle is after that, and then Tampa Bay is the 6th ranked team here. Tampa Bay, to me, is the best team out of here, out of the teams that I don't trust in the playoffs. Okay? I don't trust, from Tampa Bay down, I don't trust any of these teams actually in the playoffs. But this is the order I would trust them if I had to.
So I want to address this with Denali because Denali said why I don't have Tampa Bay in my top 10. The reason why I took Tampa Bay out of my top 10 is because they're hurt right now. I feel like him not having Mike Evans, him not having that veteran leadership at the wide receiver core is really hurting them. They're dropping passes. This wasn't happening with Godwin and Mike Evans. So them not having neither one of those guys, to me, it really hurts their veteran leadership at that wide receiver position.
All right.
Continue on, sir.
Moving at number 5, you were going to Hollywood and take on the Rams. This is probably the 2nd best offense in all of football, arguably. It's arguable. Everybody would say, "Oh, look at the Lions. They scored 30 points." Well, that's the number 1 offense to me. The Chiefs are not there yet. I don't think the Eagles are there yet, and I don't think that the Buccaneers are there anymore. So I think the Rams are literally. I know numerically, I'm sure they're not the 2nd ranked offense, but I think this is the number 2 ranked offense in all of football behind the Detroit Lions to me right now as we speak.
Yeah, they're one of the best offenses in the league.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
But the defense is where they're at weak at. But I do trust the quarterback head coach combo. They got a Super Bowl ring. After that, I have the Detroit Lions, who are the number 1 offense in the league. They have a double-headed monster running game with Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Not to mention the sun god Amon-Ra. You already know, baby. You already know. Ancient Egyptians in this motherfucker. And then you have, Jameson Williams and all these guys. So it's just Sam Laporta and company. And what's the guy's name? Tesla? They just got weapons all over the place. So this is the number 1 offense in the league. Is why they're there. I got Josh Allen up there because Josh Allen's a better quarterback than everybody underneath him right here. Pause. So I have to put the Bills there. They are on watch, okay? We will be paying attention this Sunday. For those who don't know, the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs face off this Sunday at 4. Then you have the Kansas City Chiefs. To me, this is the best team in all of football right now. They're playing the best football, and they are the best football team. The only reason I have the Philadelphia Eagles above them is because they're the reigning champions and because for some reason or another, they seem to own these guys, okay? And you're going to say, well, how can you put the Eagles over the Chiefs if you're saying the Chiefs are the best team in football? Well, You don't have to be the best team in football to beat the best team in football. Remember that. Let me repeat. To beat the best team in football, you don't have to be better than them. That's just
Fatality.
you could just be able to. You could be a mediocre team to everybody else, but for some reason or another, you match up well against them. That actually happens all the time in sports, in boxing, in everything. Okay, the guy that you least expect is the guy that gives you heart troubles usually.
That happens in boxing too.
This is just the way it is. The Eagles just seem to have their number. So proven otherwise, the Eagles stay number 1. That is Week 9's power rank.
Finish him.
Now let's get to the
Pretty
NBA.
much got the same one, just in different spots. That's it.
Let's get to the N3A, the Negro 3-point addicts. Okay. So here we're gonna do the top 10. No. Let's do the tiers. Let's do the tiers first. Let's go with the superstar tiers. NBA Week 2. All right. So you got the Mambas. All right. The bronze is not a bad thing. Okay. None of these are bad. It's just that there's so many superstars in the NBA, or so many stars in the NBA. You have to group them in different categories. So Mambas means that these guys are cemented. You know what I'm saying? A-listers. Okay. You got Anthony Davis, who just got hurt, but he's playing his ass off. He usually does until he gets hurt. Then you got Scotty Barnes, who is actually surprisingly very, very good this season. This season, you can say he actually has moves. He doesn't just catch and shoot now. You know what I'm saying? He could actually create for himself and for others. You know what I'm saying? Before, he could just create for others, but I didn't see him create for himself very much. He hit a step back here and there, unless it was a three-pointer. So I just didn't trust it. But now I can actually see him. He actually cuts to the basket. He actually could get to the free throw line. This guy's starting to become a complete player.
Finish him.
And he could shoot it a little bit. Yeah.
Then you got Cam Thomas from the Brooklyn Nets. He was there. He's been solidified already. Kawhi Leonard's there just because you can't trust him to play a lot of games, but when he plays, he's the man. You got Norman Powell. Powell is, let me tell you something. The Miami Heat. The Miami Heat. Fuck the Miami Heat, man. The Miami Heat. Okay, fuck them.
I told you, bro.
Zach LaVine is balling his ass off. I don't trust him to stay healthy, so he's gonna stay there. Austin Reeves, I'm showing love, okay? I didn't have Austin Reeves here, but because apparently this man is averaging 30 points a game without LeBron and Luka, and he could hit game winners, I'm gonna have to put him there as a Mamba because he's solidified. And then you got Trae Young. Trae Young is probably the best pure point guard in the league right now, except he takes a lot of bad shots. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it.
Be cool, nigga.
Then you got the underboss. These are the guys who are basically second fiddle mostly on their team, or usually they're over the hump, or they're just not at their peak anymore. You got Julius Randle there. You got Pascal Siakam. Sengun is on the way up. Chet Holmgren's on the way up. Chet Holmgren's actually having a very good season.
Yes.
I'm not even gonna hate on Holmgren this year. Sangano and Chet Holmgren are eating. Cade Cunningham's been there, so I have him there. James Harden is still an offensive weapon, and Hemi Butler, he's number 2 to Steph Curry. And then you got the bosses, and here you got Karl Anthony Towns, you got Lauri Markkanen, man. Shout out to Lauri fucking Markkanen. That white boy can fucking ball. That guy is a fucking lord of basketball. He's a boss.
He is. He just needs to stay healthy.
No, he needs to get the fuck out of Utah is what he needs to do.
That too.
Then you got Booker. Devin Booker's, he is what he is. He's one of the best players in the league, but he plays in a sorry-ass team, and you can't trust him in Game 7. Then you got Jamal Murray. That guy is incredible. When he's on, man, let me tell you something. He's probably the best. I know he plays point guard, but to me, he's one of the best shooting guards in the league. To me,
Tell him your nickname.
Jafar, another Egyptian motherfucker. Let's go.
Fatality.
Then you got JB, Jaylen Brown, LaMelo Ball's balling. He's balling. John Morant is who he is, and then Franz Wagner. I got him there as a boss. So let's get to.
By the way, Jaylen Brown is balling.
Hell yeah, Jaylen Brown's balling. Been balling. So let's get to your top 10 stars here.
Okay, so hold on, cause I ain't gonna lie, I cannot see. So at 10, I got Maxey. I think Maxey's up there now. Tyrese Maxey that is his team. It's solidified that they will go as far as he takes them. They have great pieces on that team, but no leadership. So that to me, that's their leader right there. He's amazing.
Welcome to the Pressure Podcast, King Jamie. Happy Halloween, motherfucker. How you doing, brother?
Give me a hell yeah.
At 9, I have this is hard. Ant Edwards. I got Ant Edwards. I think I'm gonna keep him up there. The guy is amazing, but I just wish I wish he was healthy so we could see what he.
Denali's asking if you watched the Jaylen Brown on Twitch. I didn't even know he had a Twitch like that.
Yeah, I watched. Yeah, he be saying some funny ass shit because I know they was roasting his ass about the hairline thing.
Yeah.
So I know. So he went up there and he said he called LeBron talking about going to Turkey.
Yeah.
I was dying, bro. I was literally dying. I was
Hot
like,
take
no, he
from
didn't say that
Denali.
shit.
Austin Reeves, the best white player in the NBA. Unbelievable, but he might be right.
Well, yeah. Well, American.
American.
Yeah, he might be right
just
about that.
He's kicking ass.
Nah, yeah, he might be right about that
He's
one.
kicking ass. Go ahead.
So at 9, I got Anthony Edwards. I just need to see Anthony Edwards get healthy. I think he'll get higher on this list. Maybe not, because this list is just too, it's too much heat in this list. It's hard as hell. At 8, I got Donovan Mitchell. Spider Mitchell. He's the heart of Cleveland, of the Cavaliers. They don't go nowhere without him. At 6, I have I'm gonna say Steph. The reason why I'm gonna say Steph is because even though Steph, I know he's doing great, these guys that are up here, they're just too productive, and they do too much for their team. Not saying that Steph Curry is not the face of Golden State Warriors, but these guys, their statistics are just a lot better. They're downright incredible. At 5, I got Jalen Brunson. I think Jalen Brunson is one of the most clutch players in the NBA. He is amazing to watch. He's a great leader. He's not selfish. He knows what it takes to win, and he tries everything to win. So he stays there. At 4, I have. This is hard, man. Giannis is at 4. I got Giannis at 4. This guy does everything for his team, night in, night out. Rebound, defense. Even when he doesn't have it going offensively, it's just he gives you energy. He plays with that energy. He's absolutely amazing. So then at 3, I have Luka. Luka's hurt right now, but the way Luka started off, listen. That was the MVP to me until Wemby started doing all this shit and Luka got hurt. Then at 2, I have Jokic. Oh wait, I missed somebody. My bad. That's what I did that wrong. My bad. It was Wemby. Anyways, is in there. He's in the top 10. He's probably number 1. And then SGA and Jokic, obviously.
All right.
Those two are just.
So let's read some chats here. We're about to learn that Brunson signed the deal with Aspiration 2.0.
I'm not putting Austin Reeves up there. What's wrong with you?
Bro, Lamar looked great. All the guys did. Henry was fantastic, and that defense looked alive again. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. But we've seen it against the Rams. That's the only test I've seen so far. Let's see against higher competition. I guess the Dolphins, you can count that as mediocre because their offense is pretty good, but not today. And where's Austin Reeves? Austin Reeves, I already told you where Austin Reeves is. Where's it at?
He said, where's Austin? I'm not putting
Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves is one of the Mambas. He's there with Scotty Barnes, Kawhi Leonard, Norman Powell, Trae Young, Zach LaVine. He's in that category. He ain't no top 10 superstar, man. All right, here are my top 10 superstars here.
Fatality.
I agree. Tyrese Maxey has become a top 10 player in the NBA only because of injuries. I'm not going to put a crybaby in my top 10. Fuck you. Then you got Steph Curry, but I'm not putting him at number 9. The rest are almost like literally nameless. I just put the guards in one area and the forwards and centers in the other.
This is not fair.
I got FTA in here. Free throw Alexander. Free throw asshole. Free throw. Here it goes. And then you have Jalen Brunson, the most clutch player in the NBA. Spider Mitchell. He's probably the most elite guard in the NBA. Then you have Paolo Banchero. You have Jokic. You have Kevin Durant, Greek Freak, and Wembayama as my top 10 players in the NBA. Okay. Who's the number one player in the NBA? I would still say it's probably SGA right now. It's probably free throw asshole over there in the center. If not, Jokic. But that's my top 10.
Wait. Just like, we talking about in general? Like body of work.
The best player in the NBA today, this year, yeah.
This year?
The season so far, yes.
Without a doubt, Wemby. What Wemby's doing is...
Yeah, but he ain't got no playoff. All these other guys do.
This is true.
I gotta wait.
This is true.
That's just the way I am. So let's get to the NBA team tiers. Week 2. Here you have the simps, the haters, and the playoff teams. As we know, simps are guys who are left on red. These are the guys who get stood up. These are the virgins. These are the guys who get stuck in the friend zone and stay there for 10 years like a creep, wishing the girl gave him a chance, watching her cry in his shoulder, getting with a bunch of assholes. That's these guys. That's the Brooklyn Nets who stay there. I don't know why they moved to Brooklyn. They should have stayed in Jersey. They were better then. Then you got the Indiana Pacers. Without their superstar, they're relegated to simps. The Orlando Magic, I don't know what's going on. We live in Orlando. We love Orlando. I don't get it. But they're playing like absolute trash right now.
Cool, nigga.
Then you got the Toronto Raptors, who are actually playing pretty okay on offense, but defensively they're like a day's You got the New Orleans Pelicans. Jordan Poole ain't gonna fix what's wrong with that. What's wrong is that you picked Zion Williamson. He doesn't stay healthy, and that's what's wrong with your fucking Pelicans.
Cool, nigga.
Then you got the Sacramento Kings, who look like they're building something. Let's see if they can move up. But right now, they're nothing but Sims. The Suns are stuck in Sims. They had 3 of the best players that you could ask for, and they couldn't even, crack a playoff game. Fuck out of here. Then you got the Dallas Mavericks without Kyrie.
Put him in Sims.
Until they get Kyrie, this is not a real team. Then you got the Washington Wizards, who are actually kind of playing without Jordan Poole. Look at that, New Orleans. Then you have Atlanta. Atlanta's actually playing okay. The Hornets are something to look out for. Some of these teams are actually buzzing over here, and I don't mean no pun intended there. And you got the Memphis Grizzlies, who are going to hover around. They're going to be a play-in team or the 7th, 8th seed, but, they're formidable. The Portland Trailblazers, their coach is under a lot of scrutiny. He's under investigation, but they're playing their ass off. And you have the Utah Jazz. Lauri Markkanen is going to lead them to as best as he can, but that's all he can do. That's literally all you can do.
They got pieces, though. Keyshawn, they got the Keyshawn.
Yeah.
I think they'll be good.
And I got the playoff teams. Here I got the Houston Rockets, who are starting to look like they're gelling, but it's going to take some time. They just got Kevin Durant and a few other players, so we'll see. Minnesota stays there at the moment. They're capped because Ant-Man's going to miss like 2 more weeks. Milwaukee is... They're the most dangerous mediocre team in the league. How about that? I don't know how to say. They're the most dangerous mediocre team. They're not going to win 50 games, but you know what? In a 7-game series, they could actually kick your ass. You know what I mean? They're just one of those teams. They're built for a 7-game series. They're not built for the long run of the NBA. You got the Lakers there. The Lakers don't have LeBron or Luka at the moment, so they're capped at that point. You got the Clippers. I don't trust them. I never will trust them. And the Detroit Pistons, they're moving on up from what they saw last year. Let's see if they continue to build up on that. So let's get to your top 10 power rankings for the NBA.
They're not in any form yet because it's just too early for me. But those are the 10 that I have. I have San Antonio. I think Wemby's playing amazing. He's leading that team in damn near every category. Shit, you might as well say assists too, because those motherfuckers don't pass him the ball. At 9, I got the 76ers, Tyrese Maxey.
Thanks, bro.
VJ Edgecombe. They got a duo over there. Watch out. Miami. I love what I see from Miami. This nigga Adebayo's going crazy, and they got pieces like Ware, and then they got trash cans. They got a lot of players on that team that can go. I ain't gonna lie. I did put Minnesota in here because I think when Ant comes back, he makes them that good. And then I got the Knicks. the Knicks are. I think they're just gelling a little bit more. The pieces off the bench need to get more acclimated. And I think that team is gonna be top 2, top 3 by the end of the season. The Rockets. I think the Rockets with adding Kevin Durant, Sengun's playing great. They got a young core and a man, Thompson in them. I like what I see there. And then obviously the Cavs. I think the Cavs, I think it's just, I guess maybe more experience because they got such young players. Mobley really ain't never really been to the playoffs like that. It was probably a shell shock to him. So hopefully they do better this year. Denver, I have them in there, of course. Championship pedigree, along as well as Golden State Warriors, who also have championship pedigree, and they have Chef, Steph, motherfucking Curry, and then FTA, OKC, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren. The list goes on and on and on.
My rankings are almost exactly to yours, actually. So here are my Mortal Kombat inspired NBA power rankings. At number 10, I got the Chicago Bulls. They are surprisingly very fucking good, believe it or not.
Okay, so that's the only one you had different.
Yes, these guys are kicking ass defensively and offensively. Watch out for the Bulls. Then I got the Spurs there. The Spurs have earned it. They belong in the top 10. Until said otherwise, they're probably going to win the division. They're going to have 50-something games. They're back to the championship dynasty Spurs. They're going to win a bunch of 50-game seasons in a row. I got the Miami Heat here. They're the scariest team in the Eastern Conference to me right now. And I'm not saying that lightly.
Fatality.
Then you got the Cleveland Cavaliers. I got your Celtics there because you guys are on a 2-game win streak and you guys beat some quality opponents.
We did beat the
You guys are not just rolling out dead and waiting for Tatum to return. You guys are going to do your thing. Then I got my New York Knicks because pound for pound in a 7-game series, they'll still take on everybody that you see there, and I expect them to win, except Tyrese Maxey, but we'll get to them in a few. Then you got the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets are the second best team in the West outside of the champions, okay? Then you have the Sixers. The Sixers, to me, are looking like the best team in the Eastern Conference. They're not the scariest, but they look like the best team in the Eastern Conference somehow, some way. Fuck Philadelphia. Fuck Joe Biden. Then you got the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors are there because they have championship pedigree. They got Steph Curry. They got Jimmy Butler. They probably have the best defense in all of basketball outside of the fucking champions in the Oklahoma City Thunder, who they are, the reigning champions, and they look every bit of it. They still got the reigning MVP and the reigning NBA Finals MVP looking like a free throw asshole like he always is. You ain't supposed to average 14 free throw attempts a fucking game, man. Fuck
The
you.
Wolves are playing good.
Nigga.
I think the reason why I didn't put them in there is because I think the
Ain't nobody paying seats to see you shoot free throws all day, SGA.
experience of
Sorry.
Minnesota and Chicago ain't never been in the playoffs.
Someone had to say it.
I just don't.
Someone had to say it.
But I like the list.
How many single moms are out there?
76 is a little too high for me, but
How many single moms are out there scraping their food stamps and child support coins to take their baby to go watch their favorite basketball player, and all he does is shoot free throws. Man, fuck you.
Finish him.
Fuck you. Some good single moms are out there scraping everything they can to watch, so their son can watch you play, and all you do is shoot free throws. You call that a superstar? I don't call that a superstar. And he shoots heroin. Fuck the Lakers. I will never be a Lakers fan. That's like asking me to be a fucking Steelers fan. Fuck that
I
shit.
think he was
Fatality.
talking to me, but I definitely ain't.
No, that ain't never happening. So, King Jamie, we recapped the Thursday night football game. What I learned is that the fucking Baltimore Ravens defense is now led by Kyle Hamilton. He is the leader now. It ain't Roquan Smith anymore. It is Kyle Hamilton's time to ascend to the throne that Ed Reed and Ray Lewis left before him, and Terrell Suggs, and take on that role because we need that come playoff time. I don't remember the last playoff game where the Ravens defense gave us a reason to win. It's been way too long.
That's
It's
a
been
good
way
point.
too long.
That's a good point.
And I don't think even
I agree with you
even
on
if
that,
Lamar and the gang cuts the choking habits, the defense still don't make the plays that we need. They usually do to solidify a championship run. So let's see if Kyle Hamilton can get sent to that throne and take advantage after that. But we're gonna cut it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're starting to lag. We're at the 55 minutes. I think we get an hour before we start lagging. We will be back on Saturday to make our picks and predictions. We will also put the players under pressure, and we will recap the World Series. Okay, I've got Toronto winning Game 6. Who you got?
I'm gonna say LA wins Game 6.
Man, fuck that
What
shit.
the
This is
fuck?
how we here.
Experience, bro.
All right, man. I hope Otani gets fucking wrecked by Vladdy.
Me too.
That's what I hope. All right, y'all. We will see you on Savage Saturday. Please feel free to subscribe, leave a like, and comment. Give us your takes. Give us your power rankings. Give us your QB tiers, your top 10 QBs, and give us your top 10 superstars. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We will be back on Saturday at midnight. Till then, motherfuckers.